my colors. I'm more of an autumn. But listen, I had asked for Pastor Bill's permission to take a little bit of time to talk about Operation Christmas Child. And I won't go over my time because unlike Steve Santos, I will probably be asked to speak at this conference again. So one of the best things that I ever did in the church that I have the privilege to pastor was to introduce them to Operation Christmas Child. Now, last year was the first year that we were able to get our own processing center here on the island. And collectively, amongst the Calvary chapels, we ended up with 2,000 boxes, and that represented about 15% of all of the boxes that were processed here, and then, of course, subsequently shipped to all over the world, the uttermost parts of the world. Now, if you were to ask me, yeah, you can do that. If you were to ask me what is the best thing that we can do, especially in this economic time in which we're in, and I want to talk about this more, it would have to be investing in ministries like Operation Christmas Child. You have no idea the reach that these shoe boxes have, not just with these supplies that to these children are like gold, but the gospel message that goes to these children. I'll never forget the story that was told. You remember that Beslan massacre in Russia a number of years ago, where all those kids were just murdered brutally, unthinkably, the horrific things that were done, and then they were murdered. Do you realize that in that school, there was a child that prior to that had been the recipient of an Operation Christmas Child shoebox and had given his life to Jesus Christ as a result, only to be massacred in that Beslan massacre. Boy, I tell you, I would have loved to have been the one to pack that box. Can you imagine when we stand before the Lord and that child comes up and says, "Thank you. Thank you." Listen, there's a table out there, and I want to encourage you to visit the Operation Christmas Child table. I've been told I can't take this off until you do, so if you wouldn't mind, I just think it wouldn't be good if I showed up at home. My wife would say, "What did you do?" What happened to you? Can I take this off?